Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you my main speed cubes as of the 16th of August 2012. I'm not going to be showing you every single WC event puzzle that I have and I would use, however I am going to a competition in November and I'm going to be showing you the puzzles that I'll be using there. So I'm going to start with the non-cubic puzzles, and once I've finished with them I'll be going on to the cubic ones. So I'm going to start with Magic. I know that this isn't an official WCA event anymore as of 2013, but I think it will be an event at the competition I'm going to. Now, we'll be using this magic. This is the LingAo Magic, and it's a pretty good puzzle. It turns pretty well. I'm not that good at magic anymore though. I don't really practice that much, but I should, because this is a pretty nice puzzle. And if I start practicing now, I could be getting some good sub 2 averages at competition. Next puzzle, the Pyraminx, and I use a QJ Pyraminx. Now this is a really awesome puzzle. It turns really well and it is a very fast puzzle. And just in case you don't know, they do have these ball bearings in them, which means that the layers kind of snap into each other and it makes kind of a crisp feel to it. Yet it's not overly excessive and it still makes the puzzle very easy to turn. And then these corners, they all turn like pretty much equally. I did have a Pyraminx before, I think it was the Mosey Pyraminx, and the corners, some would turn really fast and some would be almost impossible to turn, whereas on this they're all equal, and this is just a really great puzzle. Next, the Megaminx. I use a QJ Megaminx. I actually have two QJ Megaminxes at the moment. One of them's tiled and there's this one. They're both different versions, however I'm not sure which each one is, but this is my main. It's just very smooth, and it turns really well. Out the box it was very good as well, and this puzzle kind of inspired me to get back into Megaminx. The tiled one kind of had a really weird colour scheme. Opposite white would be brown for some reason. But the colour scheme on the stickered version here is a lot better, and it makes me want to practice this a lot more. It's a much better puzzle to try and solve, and again I'm going to practice this quite a lot and hopefully be good enough to do it at the competition in November. So those are the non-cubic puzzles that I'll be using. I'm now going to move on to the cubic ones. I'm going to start with the 2x2. I use the Type C2, also known as the WIT 2. This puzzle turns really good. It is pretty much the best 2x2 I've ever felt in my life. It is insanely fast. I didn't actually know full Ortega method until I got this 2x2, and then as soon as I got it, I learned it fully. It's a really nice puzzle, and I just love the feeling of it. It's so crisp and fast. It's just really good. Okay, on to 3x3s. My main at the moment is the DaYan GuHong version 2. This cube is really fast and I just really enjoy solving on it. I love the feeling. It's just like a GuHong V1, apart from the feeling is a lot smoother. You may ask why I'm not using the Lun Hoi. The Lun Hoi has become very worn down over time, and it's kind of lost its touch. It's not as fast anymore. And I think it's time that I moved on to a different cube, and this cube I've not had for quite as long, and I think I kind of underestimated it. Yeah, it's a lot better than I thought it was, and now that I've broken it in a bit better, it does turn a lot faster. I think that I'm going to attempt one-handed at the competition, and for that I'll be using the Lun Hoi. Now I'm using this because, like I said, it has worn down a little bit and it is a bit slower. And I tend to solve better on slow puzzles, because normally on really fast ones such as the Zanchi, the layers will slip and it will pretty much just cause me to drop the puzzle, because if the layers slip, like, don't know how to explain it, but if I kind of, you know, slip like that, I'll drop the puzzle. And with this one it's a lot slower and it is smaller than the other DaYan cubes, so I do find it a bit easier to solve one-handed on this one. And it is a pretty nice puzzle anyway. It is still my favourite 3x3 for the feeling of it. And yeah, that's what I'll use for one-handed, if I am good enough for that. So next, the 4x4, I will be using the ShengShou 4x4 version 3. Now this is a really nice puzzle. I actually didn't solve 4x4 that much until recently, because I did over lubricate this puzzle with Lubix, and that caused it to be very sluggish and it turned pretty bad. But I recently cleaned it out and that's made it a lot faster, and surprisingly it doesn't lock up as much now. And it is just a really nice 4x4, and since I cleaned it out, it has inspired me to practice 4x4 a lot more, because I prefer solving it when the puzzle is very good like this. And finally, a 5x5. I don't think I'll be doing 6x6 or 7x7 at the competition, because it usually takes me over 10 minutes for 7x7 and over 5 minutes for 6x6. But anyway, for the 5x5 I'll be using the ShengShou 5x5. This again is a really nice puzzle. The only two 5x5s I've ever tried are the Ishin and this puzzle itself, and this puzzle for me is one of my favourites. It's just so smooth and I just love the feeling of it. It's very fast and it's not overly fast, so it kind of suits my cubing, because I'm not the fastest cuber around and I tend to not turn too fast. And it's just a really nice cube. It has a really nice feeling, and I couldn't ask for a better 5x5 than this. It does lock up a bit, but practicing on this puzzle has taught me to kind of learn how to do accurate turns a bit better, and I tend to do more accurate turns when I'm solving on this puzzle as opposed to cubes such as the 4x4. Anyway guys, those are the puzzles that are my mains at the moment, and I will be using them at the competition unless an amazing new cube comes out. So there's all of them right now. If you are going to the UK Open in November, it is in Leicester in the UK. If you are going or you're interested in going, leave a comment, because I'd be really happy to hear from you and, you know, meet some new people there. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and as always, see you in my next video.